Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader. It's Thursday night, March the 3rd. The market keeps ripping ahead, and many stocks are breaking out. There's a lot of great-looking charts. Hard to believe the market's topping out here, but you never know. Just anyway, let's take over some of the stocks we are looking at that had big days, ones we've been picking and the ones that we've been following closely. ACTG broke through a key triple top today with a breakaway gap on big volume. Here's the big gap. Ran up to 36.44, backed off, still up 470 today, closing at 33.93, up 16% on 1.6 million. That's one of the heaviest volumes the stock's ever traded. Top of the channel comes in around 40, and that's my short-term target. BLTI BioLace came out of a flag after popping in January, flagging, and then popping again. It then went into a much longer, protracted kind of flag pattern or declining channel. Today that was broken with a thrust to the upside, up 19% or 59 cents on 1 million shares, and that's the heaviest volume in about a month. Looks like a short-term target of 4.75 is warranted, and that's what we will be looking for. Cyber CBR, after moving out of kind of this declining channel here, then thrusted last week and been following through almost every day today, up another 33 cents or 6%. Top of the channel around 6.25 is my target. I'm looking for that maybe as early as tomorrow, but this stock certainly has excellent long-term implications. Big breakaway gap today, 91 cent run up, up at 411 on DUSA, up 28%. Monster volume for that stock of 2.84 million. That's the heaviest volume we can see going way back many years. So this is a key day for the stock. Now, the next target would be up for about 5.5 at the 06 high, but right now we're at the top of the channel, so it needs to thrust through here or to back off and form some sort of flag pattern. But in any case, it does look higher. Old favorite of ours broke out in the last couple of days, and today followed through. We put it back on our swing trade list for a target of 35. EBIX jumped $1.53 or 5.6%. The volume was strong for it, 1.25 million. I'm looking for an extended move that takes this up to the mid-30s. Up next is Intralinks, which broke out last month and kept running. Now it pulled back a week and a half ago and then spiked up, forming a 4-day flag after that, and today jumped another $1.25 to 4.4%. I'm looking for a move to about 34.5, 35 on short-term trading target and a swing trade target for our subscribers. ITMN, Inimune, which we loved back in December when it had the big news, then went into a sideways consolidation for several months, actually, 2.5 months. Today was the big pop, breakaway gap, and run up to 41, backed off to 40.22, up 305 today. 8.2%, 2.8 million. Excellent day for the stock, breaking out of this entire trading range. Next target, the big 5-0. Let's target 49.50. Candy is finally thrusting. KNDI, which has been in a 2-month downtrend, finally popped yesterday through the 21, today through lateral price resistance, and tested the 50 before backing off. A move through that level, which is about the 448 area, 446, 48 area, could get the stock moving into the back up to test the former support, which broke, now resistance up around 525.35. That's my short-term trading target for Candy. Kong, K-O-N-G, Kongzong. Big day for that. As you can see, the 4-month trading range is broken with a thrust to the upside, up $1.10 or 15.5% on 1.25 million. At this point, that could be the thrust that could initiate a new trend for the stock, and I'll be looking for a run up to test this zone, this low and that high, right across here, or about the $10 range short term, currently at 818. Secondary target up around 13. KVA, fantastic short-term rising pattern. This breakaway gap and big thrust followed by the 5-day flag resulted in secondary move, wedge, and then now it's breaking out for the last 3 days. It's been edging higher, up another 75 cents. Traded as high as 10.24. That was a slightly new high above the mid-February high. At this point, it looks like it could accelerate and get into at least the mid-teens, perhaps even high teens, or $20. So I'm calling for a double on the stock if we get some strong volume potentially. Very powerful pattern. Omnivision, speaking of powerful patterns, after spiking down, exploded on a great earnings report, backed off for 3 days and flagged, then took out the December high, which was the multi-month high. Let's call it multi-year high. And now We're looking at a stock that's trading at the highest level we've seen since '06. Now, there's a double top from 034 as well. So we have a key resistance zone just ahead that, if taken out, could lead to a very big move. That is around the 34 area. That should be tested tomorrow. And if it does get through, we can look for 38.5, maybe even as high as 40 on OVTI. PKT, another swing trade idea of ours. As you can see, had a nice surge early February, pulled back, got very quiet and narrow, and then held the prior high here for about 4 days. Today popped 85 cents or 10%, and the volume started to pick up a little bit. It looks like it may retest the 10.25, 10.30 range, which is a short-term swing trade target, but I think at this point, if that's taken out, we could see 12 or even 13. Big day for that today for superconductor SCON, which traded 10.2 million shares. That's huge volume for that stock. Breaking out as this beautifully formed wedge. And an explosive move that took it up to 419 at one point. We traded that successfully today in sight a couple times. And at this point, that level here, this level of resistance could be significant. And a break through that area, it calls for a run up to the 540.50 zone for a test of the 09 highs. So keep your eye on this one for some exciting action in the next few days. Speaking of exciting action, swing trade idea SGI, which popped in early February and then coiled for about 3-4 weeks, exploded for 272 today, up almost 18% on 2 million shares. Big volume for that stock. At this point, I'm looking for extension and a move up towards the 21.5 area. USAT, low price USAT, popped with an explosive move of 6.5 million shares. Broke out of the wedge, exploded through the 21-day moving average and ran up to the top of the short-term channel at 272 before backing off and closing at 250. Still up 72 cents or 40% today, a massive volume. Now, that kind of move and that kind of volume often accompanies the beginning of a move, and I don't believe this is the top. I think we're going to explode higher here. Targets 330 and 385.4. And lastly, today's Vertex, which is a swing trade of ideas. That's an idea of ours that is working out fantastically. After this explosion and this one-day inside day, we started to move. I put out a buy with a swing trade target of 52 from the 44 range. We've reached 50 today, 50.83 actually. Not that far from that 52 swing trade target. And with any luck, we may see it tomorrow. But this is certainly a stock with strong momentum. Anyway, that's it for Thursday night. We'll talk to you next week. Have a good weekend and good luck tomorrow.